99% of developers are stuck in a building loop with zero sales. As a former developer at a big tech company myself who also ran an AI business on the side, I firsthand saw the struggles of escaping the non-stop building mindset and having a build to make money mindset. In this video, I will show you how to escape that build only trap and start earning by selling AI solutions. And before we get into this, I've helped 180 developers build and launch a profitable AI business by working with them one-on-one. And before working with me, they all have the same exact story. I can build anything, I just can't get anyone to actually pay me for it. So what I'm telling you what's broken is based off of real people, real data, and real scenarios. So if you take my mentee Shubham, who now earns about $12,000 a month, a little bit more than that, he started as a full-time developer at a pretty big tech company in America with zero AI business, and he could build absolutely anything. Now, a year later, we were working together for a while, and I've helped him scale his business, and now he's able to close $20,000 clients and build solutions for them in just 3 weeks. Even though the client expected to take 3 months, it only took him 3 weeks to build that very solution. Because again, as software engineers, we don't suck at building, we suck at selling. So that's why in this video, we're not just gonna talk about how to sell or how to become an extrovert and do sales calls and posts on social media, because you probably don't want to. And we're definitely not gonna talk about quitting your job, because I'm not telling you to do that at all. What this is a diagnosis, not a persuasion, a reformat, not a rebuild, and translating what you can build into what you can actually sell. Because a developer's skill with a proper translation equals a paying client. And this is a very well that no one taught you, right? This translation step, no one knows how to do this in the software engineering world. Trust me, I'm an ex-software engineer at a big tech company. I've seen it firsthand among all my coworkers. Developers think they need to learn sales first because they already know how to build, right? So for example, mentees like Shubham, they think that they need cold call confidence, extrovert energy, always be closing mindset, be extremely salesy, handling objections. No, none of this is a problem. The problem isn't a missing skill you have, it's a borrowed identity. Now, what does this mean? Let me get into it. Most developers, when they first get into the AI space, the first thing they say is, what programming language should I be using? Python? Should I also learn LangChain? Should I learn RAG? Should I learn copywriting for emails? Should I learn sales psychology? This is the building, right? And this is like the selling side. Yet they go through this infinite staircase, they still have zero client, and now they go right back in the beginning, the loop starts all over again. And they're like, maybe I was learning the wrong language. Maybe I need to learn JavaScript. Maybe I need to learn TensorFlow. No. This is not the proper way. Literally 4 days ago, Oracle laid off 30,000 employees, right? The statistics I think are like 933 tech workers laid off every day in Q1 of 2026, which is crazy. I mean, January 28th, Amazon 16,000, March 16th, Atlassian 1,600, March 25th, Meta 700, Oracle, I think it was 30,000, and it was just one email. So in just Q1 itself, right, if you just limit Oracle to just say thousands, not 30,000, we already have 52,000 tech cuts. That's insane. It's because the AI spend is rising and more companies are realizing that, wait, AI employees can do the same things that junior developers are doing. So as a result, the amount of developers needed per company is just falling, right? And the crazy part is it's a tool that's replacing you. And it's a tool that you already know how to build with. AI. You are a master at AI development. Yes, you probably don't understand how to build for enterprises yet, because there's a unique way of doing that. But what you're missing is the selling side. So here's a translation gap that can turn building skills into profitable ventures. Developers will say RAG pipeline with vector store when on like a sales call or talking to a client. What buyers need to hear is say 20 hours a week. A developer might say custom LangChain agent. What a buyer wants to hear is cuts 4.2K a month in overhead. Developers might say 90% accuracy on our test set for our AI model. What buyers want to hear is remove one full-time hire, because that means money. What developers say is Puppeteer browser automation. This is how we, automate your browser actions. Buyers don't even know Puppeteer is. They probably don't even know what browser automation is. Instead, what they want to hear is this solution pays for itself in week 1. This is the language of buyers. You have to understand who you're trying to sell to. If you're a developer, you're most likely not trying to sell a tool to other developers. You're a developer who's selling tools to regular, everyday business owners, SMBs, some enterprises who are primarily non-technical. I mean, I can bet you a penny that they don't know about cloud code. In fact, I can be on record and say that most people who are just regular business owners have never used Claude Code. They don't understand the potential of how easy it is to build what you probably got a 4-year computer science degree for, now that Claude Code is here, right? See, the gap isn't skill, it's translation. This is all the same. You're just wording whatever you're trying to sell in a horrible way by saying like things like Puppeteer browser, which, I mean, if you ask like the local flower shop lady, does she know what Puppeteer is? Probably not. And the funny part is you've been doing the exact process that you need to follow, the diagnosis process, at your day job for 40 hours a week. The same brain, same skill. For example, in a full-time job, you're debugging code. To actually make money in the AI business world, you have to be able to debug a business. And look how similar the processes are. And that's why they're parallel blueprints. Symptoms, logs, you debug the code by diagnosing what the errors are. You fix those errors, and you test it. And if all goes well, then the system gets deployed. Now when you're debugging a business, again, it's very similar. You already have these skills. Symptoms, use some data to figure out what's wrong. Is the lead acquisition pipeline, are the closing rates very low? You want to diagnose the business. You want to develop an automation to help that problem get fixed. And then you want to deploy that automation. Very similar process. So that's why developers have one of the biggest advantages when starting an AI business, because they already have most of the skill. The part that they're missing is the translation of their current skills into wording it for a more easy to digest way for business owners to understand that, hey, this developer can actually build a solution that will help your business save money, remove full-time hires, cut 4.2K month in overhead, pay for itself in 1 week. This is what buyers need to hear, and this translation is just constantly missing for developers. Now, here's how to do a proper diagnosis ladder when working with clients, right? These are 3 questions that will place a sales call. 1 is a cost question. Where are they bleeding money right now? You need to find the main bottlenecks in a company's infrastructure. Is it their sales? Is their marketing? Is their fulfillment? Where is the business lacking? Where are they bleeding costs? Right now, my agency is working with one of the largest roofing companies in America, and we've realized that their insurance agents cannot do many outbound calls at scale. They struggle with it for whatever reason. So we know that they're burning costs right here. So what we're deciding to do is build an AI voice solution that can do outbound calls for them. So that's just an example. The next question you want to ask is a time question. Which task is eating the most hours? Because time is money, and the more tasks that are bleeding a lot of hours, those same tasks are also bleeding a lot of money. Finally, you want to ask the proof question. What would make them believe this is real? How would they know that your AI solution can actually do what you're saying can do? How do they know that your AI solution can save them the time you're saying it will save them? How do they know the AI solution you're building will save them the money you're saying it will save them? But this is the order that you want to go about during your sales calls, right? The first, the exact phrasing for each question by niche. Then you want to follow the order that you're asking them in. And then you also want to understand how to handle each answer. And then you want to go from the diagnosis to paid pilot. Once you discover all their bottlenecks, all their pain points in their business, you want to talk about how your solution can solve that. And that's when you close them by really outlining how much of a better state their business will be in once they've adopted your AI solution. And this is a proven method, because this is how Shubham went from just a full-time software engineer who graduated from Purdue, who had very technical skills, but didn't have money in terms of client revenue, now has earned over $100,000, runs Blinks, and this is his AI agency right here. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, look at all the different solutions he's built out for clients. Look at that. This is his most recent one. And you can see his website, absolutely stellar, right? So this is the potential if you have the proper diagnosis, if you have the proper translation. This can literally be you. I mean, he's closed a 20K contract in 3 weeks. And that's the one I showed you guys earlier right here. This is documented. This is proof. This isn't just blasphemy. This is real documented proof that no one can argue against. And the most beautiful part is that this is the same person with the same skills, just applied in a different format, right? So the reframe is what you really have to get into your head, and something I want you to take away from this video. You're not bad at sales. You're just a diagnostician, which I don't even know if it's the right word. You've been doing the same things you need to do for AI business that you've been doing at your full-time job, right? You're just using the wrong format. Change the format, Don't change yourself. And that's honestly this video in one single sentence. Now, while you have some information that will help you in AI business journey, there's still a gap from what you know right now to getting your first client. What this video gave you was a diagnosis of why this, selling AI might feel hard for you, the translation gap, the reframe, as well as proof that this all works. But what you still need is to understand which failure point is broken for you. What's the 3-question script for your niche? What outreach system should you use to get clients on a call? And of course, you want to work with me, actually have me look at your offers, look at your business, look at your website, all that stuff I can't do on this video. So if you want to work with me one-on-one, I highly recommend joining AgentRise, and I can guide you exactly what you need to do in your specific situation. It's built for developers and engineers who can build but are missing the commercial side. And I'm talking me and you. You have my personal phone number, and I'll be working with you extensively with one-on-one calls to diagnose the situation. You have a community of 200 plus people who are also developers and look like you, work like you, and on the same journey as you and starting a successful AI business. You can apply using the link below, and you'll be in talks with me very soon. And if you want to see how to get your first client with Claude Code, watch this video next.